Sorry guys, same place, still same place, making this video. They're gonna start the pace now around me. This is witchcraft. They pretend they're coming, walking, they're not. This is witchcraft, what they're doing. So I saw a video today on YouTube. It said, can men be witches? Yes, they can. Look at them. What kind of a man would talk too much? Men usually don't talk. They complain about women talking too much. They tell them stop talking. In North America, guys, it's the other way around. Women are men and men are women. All right? And if you're a man here that doesn't want to become a woman, they do this to you, what they're doing to me. All right, that's what they do to you. Because you don't want to become a woman. This man became a woman long time ago. That's why he's a part of their system. So you have two choices in these countries. Either you're a man, you become a woman, and you're a woman, you become a man. It's called the inversion of the sexes, guys. All empires do that to dominate their people. They turn men like women, they even dress their men like women, and they dress their women like men. Because when you do that, you screw up the balance. This is not for these feminists out there, don't misunderstand this and get it the wrong way. This is not to say not to give women any less of an importance than men or anything like that. Actually, most women I've met in my life are 10 times stronger and more important than most men that I met, to be honest with you. I've met some amazing women in my life. I haven't met that many amazing men, I'll be honest with you. So this goes for both. It's got nothing to do with sex here. It's just, that's what they do here to people in this country when they come here. You have two choices. You bend over, or we're gonna force you to bend over like what they're trying to do to me. Because I'm the type that doesn't want to bend over. I'm a male. I'm sorry, it's not in my nature. It didn't sit well with them, so that's why they're doing this to me. Okay, guys, it's very simple. It comes down to that and nothing else. Don't complicate it, because it ain't. I made a video before. I called it No Country for Real Men. You've seen the movie No Country for Old Men, right? I tried to be a smartass and came up with a nice title for you. I called it No Country for Real Men. And it's so true. You know how many views I got on that video as soon as I put it up there? More than any other video that I put up. Why? Because truth is simple, and people can relate to truth quickly, even without knowing it. Subconsciously, they can right away, it grabs their attention. Because it's the truth. This is why in this country they've been doing this to me for so long. Because I want to stay a real man. I don't want to wear a skirt. I like wearing pants. By the way, don't take that literally. That's it's a metaphor. And the problem with all these people is that's probably why they hate me. They're like, hey man, we came here, we were wearing pants, now we're wearing skirts. How come you don't want to wear a skirt? So they pin them against me to make me wear a skirt. Guys, I ain't wearing a skirt. I'll die with my pants on. Thank you very much. All right. Now, when I told you that they flip the sexes around, they really do, guys. They try to make men as weak as possible and women as strong as possible. That doesn't take away from the strong women that are out there. By the way, women out there, just because a strong woman is not really the one that gets out there and tries to beat on as many men as possible. That's not a strong woman. A strong woman, just like what a strong man is, are people who know the truth and can push it forward for our life to get better and easier, for us to get along better, to be happy, not to compete with each other as two different sexes, because that's satanic. We're not meant to do that. We're meant to get along and be attracted to each other in good ways, not just in filthy, satanic ways. That's got its place too, but it doesn't have to be done in a filthy way. We're supposed to trust each other and form a bond so we can move forward happy in society, not schizophrenic, like today's society, all right? And that's why they're doing this to me in these countries, because of what I stand for. Because I do not want to take off my pants and put on a skirt. And that's what I mean by that. It's got nothing to do with, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. As you notice, they all line up in front of me and got quiet right away, because that's their goal. That's their goal. When they get what they want, they're content. They don't talk much anymore. Just express, I don't know if I really want this guy, and walk the whole intersection all the way home. I'll take the regular one, guys, that's coming after this guy. So, all the buses release the brake, which goes psh, and this thing that they pull up and down, they're only supposed to do that for wheelchairs and people that can't get on, elderly women or whatever. But they do that anywhere when they see me, because I'm targeted, so they make more noise, more movement. Guys, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. That's how they attack people like me. How can you hurt someone? And you can't hurt them physically because they haven't done anything wrong. You can't put them in jail because they haven't committed any crime. So how do you perpetrate against someone like that invisibly but in plain sight, you know? How? In society without other citizens not noticing what's going on. Like this. You create a very noisy and irritating environment for them wherever they go. You put a lot of people that you hire in order to psychologically attack them or just really annoy them. Like, look at this. That wasn't necessary to keep moving these things, but it's her job to keep moving. She has to keep moving. That's what she's paid for. Look how she's sticking the middle finger up and down. This is witchcraft, man. She's applying witchcraft. That's not a real woman anymore. That's a Satanist bitch. When I see a real woman applying witchcraft, that becomes a Satanist bitch. And that's what she's doing. Now, when you put your shoes on the floor and walk like this, you make that noise. I get that around me every day about 100 times. That's witchcraft. Because you're applying noise. You're stressing that person that's around there. Now, you're a part of it too, but only for a brief period. When that person is done with you, he's going to be attacked by someone else that's going to do the same thing to him in different fashion. All right, guys? That is witchcraft. That's what magic is. That's how you get someone to really get weak. It's a weakening process for someone to be surrounded by all this the whole time. Movement and noise and movement and noise and movement and noise. It's beating him on his inner tranquility. It's beating it out of him. It's weakening him. It's taking up his energy reserves. Pretty much sucking up the positive energy right out of him and putting in negative energy instead of it. Look, cars that have their music loud come and park here. Just to give, they have to give all these people a reason to pace and move and make noise. How? How do you do that? In a natural way where it doesn't look obvious. As someone just standing and walking back and forth in front of you. That's how you do it. In this environment. Look, she's still moving her finger. See that? She either masturbates this way or she sticks it up her ass that way. Excuse me for being dirty, but I have to do that sometimes. Because that's what they really do. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say this on video. But this is the kind of creatures that you're dealing with here. That's not a woman anymore, guys. I don't call that a woman. She's coming to vibrate negative energy and irritate someone because he has good intentions towards the society, because he wants the truth. It makes me the outsider. Why? Because I'm the only white being surrounded by all these black beings around me. And this is why I will leave. I cannot turn. There's a saying in Cuban, it's something that got to do with 99 black beans and one white one. This is the case here. Now, if I had more people on my side, but that's the reason why they do something to you. So you don't vibrate that positive energy into these people. They don't want them to feel it, because if they do, then they'll go on your side. They're afraid of that. What's the worst thing you can do to Satan is when we love each other. He loses in every way. He doesn't want that. He wants to pin them against me right off the bat, so he doesn't give me even a chance to get in there and make connections and make them like me. Right off the bat, I'm pinned against the wall. That's the whole point. That is the whole point why this is done. Right off the bat. Is to pretty much annihilate you. See, all this movement, it's unnecessary. But they're supposed to do it. They're supposed to keep moving. That's their job. That's what they tell them to do. Either stand in front of them. When you stand in front of them, move your fingers. Pretend you want to grab your hat. You're looking for money in your pocket. Any excuse to keep moving. You know? Any excuse. So in the end, they're practicing witchcraft. That's what they're doing. That's what this is. It's a collective group effort witchcraft. Just so you guys know that before any of you guys make the decision to come to these countries where you think there's freedom and freedom of speech and you know all that stuff, it's a charade, guys. It's all bullshit. It's a sugar-coated cavity that never ends. It's not even sugar-coated. I call it now, it's aspartame coated. They don't even give you the real sugar anymore. They give you aspartame. An illusion of something that tastes like sugar that's poisonous. All right? And this is, even these two, mysteriously, they just sit here. They haven't seen each other in 20 years. People want to wash their cars now. So this is the position that you're in, what it gets surrounded with on a, I don't know, a mile radius maybe, is this. It's a form of witchcraft being done on a big scale in order to get that person to lose his inner tranquility, peace, feel like crap, hate people, be isolated, be driven to get depressed, suicide, whatever their intention is. But that's what this does to a person, okay? That's being applied here. It is a science to depress and to destroy. The word depress doesn't mean just to, you know, the clinical depression thing where you feel sad. It's to press someone down, to depress them. When you want to elevate your head up in a good way, they want to press you down. They make fun of all these other countries that they're dictators and all that. This is the worst kind of dictatorship. That's Satanist. You know, and they run fast towards the bus or whatever, like, oh my God, hurry up, because they're supposed to create all these sudden fast movements in front of me, right? Look what I get in front of me. He could have stopped anywhere, but he had to stop there. It's his job to be a pain in the ass. But then again, they already took off his pants and gave him a skirt to wear a long time ago. All these guys. Why else would this be done to me? I mean, physically they got pants on, but psychologically, they took off their pants and they gave them skirts. And now they're wearing skirts. I refuse to wear a skirt. That's why they want to do this to me. You know, look at this guy. It's not a man, guys. That's not just the way he looks. It's his actions. You know, this guy's wearing a skirt. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Even all these guys that come here from other countries, supposedly they look like they're masculine and all that. They're not. Because if your job is to apply a form of witchcraft on a person to irritate him and, you know, get him to not feel tranquil on the inside anymore, you're not a man anymore. You took off the pants and you're wearing the skirt they gave you to wear. You know, listen, one on top of my head talking nonstop in an annoying voice too. Listen. And it's the most sophisticated conversation you've ever heard in your life. But Those are the countries we live in here, guys. That's what they're made out of. They're made out of these Satanists. Even the people that rule these countries with God knows how many billions of dollars. I know a lot of these kids nowadays, they aspire to be like them. They aspire to, you know, be one of them. You don't want to be one of these guys. Let me tell you how these guys got there and made all these billions of dollars. Not because they're intelligent, not because they invented an idea. Okay? None of those reasons. These guys are not intelligent and they did not invent anything. The inventor of Facebook is the dumbest idea on the face of this planet, Facebook. There's nothing smart about it. But it exposes you and it gives them what you look like and who your friends are, to know all this information about you. It's a trap. Alright? The guy who runs Facebook is not a real man. He's wearing a skirt too. It's just he's closer to his master than these guys are. You don't want to be one of these guys. Those guys did not make that money because they're smart or they worked hard or they got lucky. Those are Satanists. From within that realm, those ideas are given to somebody who's in the satanic realm that they're in, the Freemasonic lodge that they're in or whatever, to do those things. And when they get up there, they completely control them and dominate them and tell them exactly what to do. All they are is just a face, guys. They're bigger puppets than the ones down here. Obama's got a bigger skirt on than the guy sitting next to me. As a metaphor, I'm using it. You gotta remember that. That's what these countries are based on. There's only one pair of pants right on top and everything under is a skirt. Regardless whether it's male or female. It's all skirts, guys. Remember that. All those countries that they attack, they make them look like dictators or whatever. Those guys are real men that want to defend their country. And they have men in there that still like to wear pants. They don't want to wear skirts. That's why they go and attack them brutally that way. And demean them on the streets like they did to Gaddafi on the street. I'm not saying he's an angel. He's done a lot of bad things, that guy too. But at least he wanted to keep his manhood. He didn't want to wear a skirt, become a Satanist. Saddam Hussein, same thing. Not because they're Arabs, has nothing to do with their background. Hugo Chavez, same thing, same idea. You see? Look how they make them talk from when they're young. Those guys are wearing a skirt from now. They never wore pants, those two. They never had the pleasure of what it feels like to wear a pant and be a man. They don't know. They were born into a skirt. That's what they do here, guys, to men. They don't like men that don't want to wear skirts. That's why they don't like me. I'm telling you the truth and nothing else, trust me. If I wasn't 100% sure of what I'm saying, I would not open my mouth. I'm that kind of individual. I'm very careful. I don't jump to conclusions. I don't just open my mouth and talk out of emotion or anger. I calculate everything that I'm saying, all right? And these are the countries that we live in. That's what they're all about here. You know? And it's sad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Okay, guys, I gotta go, so I gotta shut this video off.